Father, we be exiled from your presence. But you and your mercy, Father, sent your Son to come on our behalf to the judgment of to us, oh God. Father, I thank you for that, oh God. Father, you allowed Jesus to bear the penalty of our sin, oh God, because his flesh was torn, Lord, the veil separating us from the most holy places in the throne of God, oh God. Father, I give you glory, I give you honor, I give you praise, oh God, that the once forbidden holy place has been opened up to the shedding of the blood of Jesus Christ, Father. I thank you, Father, for the veil that's been opened, oh God. Father, I thank you, Lord, that we can come into your presence, oh God. Father, I give you glory, I give you honor, I give you praise, oh God. And Father, I just hand the rest of this time, this rest of this stream to you, oh God. Father, I pray that you just move by your Spirit, oh God, Father. And just touch hearts and minds for your glory, for your honor, for your praise. As I pray in Jesus' name. Thank God for his mercies. Thank God for all the good things he's doing in our lives. So I thank God that, you know, in this day, the hours in which we live, we have a refuge, we have a place to live. When the times are tough, when the times are hard, we don't know where to go, there's always a place for the children of God to go. We have access into the most holy place. We have access into the one place in the universe that cannot be shaken. And that place is in his presence. And I give God the glory, I give God the honor, I give God the praise. And I thank God that regardless of whatever happens, we always have refuge in our God. You know, it's a good thing, you know. And I thank God for this time, because in this time of pandemic, of fear, frustration, we learn to have a greater reliance upon his presence. Thank God for that. Well, what I'd like to share today is from Psalm 112. Blessed is the man who fears the Lord, who delights greatly in his commandments. His descendants will be mighty on earth. The generation of upright will be blessed. Wealth and riches will be in his house. The righteous endures forever. On to the upright there arises light in the darkness. He is gracious and full of compassion and righteous. A good man deals graciously and lends. He will guide his affairs with discretion. He will never be shaken. The righteous will be in everlasting remembrance. He will not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is steadfast, trusting in the Lord. His heart is established, he will not be afraid until he sees his desire upon his enemies. He has dispersed abroad, he has given to the poor. His righteousness endures forever. His horn will be exalted with honor. The wicked will see it and be grieved. He will gnash his teeth and walk away. The desires of the wicked shall perish. Blessed is the man who fears the Lord. I mean, that's pretty much the crux of what we need to know right now. There's a blessing in fearing God, in giving God the respect due to his name. And this blessing cannot be taken away. It's a blessing beyond the situation and circumstances. And those who fear of God are those who respect him. Who is this God that you are to respect or fear? It is the one glory, the God who is, the one who was, is, and will be everlasting God. And this person fears God and respects God for the right of commandments. Right? Because those who fear God are going to want to walk in the ways of God. If you want to walk in the ways of God, you're going to have to carry the commandments of God. But within the commandments of God, you see the road that you are to walk. It's laid out for what God says and what God does. You're not seeking the word of God. You're not going to probably don't fear him. Those who fear him don't seek out what's going to fear God. His descendants should be mighty on the earth.
And I hope you had a great weekend. If you missed Saturday's live stream with Dinesh D'Souza, it was awesome. Just check it out right there. There's the link. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great questions, a lot of support from all of you, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate Dinesh for taking the time to be with us. All right, so let's jump in the news. We're going to start with the new White House Press Secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, because she started fireworks that have lasted through the whole weekend, because she dared to ask the media questions. All right, her job is supposed to be answering questions, but she posed 5 questions to the media at her last press conference because they don't do their job, and they went absolutely nuts about it. I mean, she is taking heat every time she steps to the podium. And it's not like the media have a double standard. It's that they have no standards and only one direction, one goal, and that is to advance an agenda from the left and bring down President Trump. Anything that doesn't fit in that narrative is ignored. Anything that does, they try and push. And that's all they do. So she's fighting back. She has this position to be able to fight back. So she did it. And this last press conference was just a classic example. First of all, the media is pounding her on President Trump's efforts to reopen churches and other places of worship. How can you do that? That's so bad. It's so dangerous. On and on. Then she got questions on Michael Flynn. One of them asking if President Trump was ready to pardon Barack Obama. There hasn't even been a full investigation yet. And here's that question.
I'd like to ask you if the president has considered pardoning President Obama for
those who fear God will not be known to know Him, and those who fear God will not want to go away. They take what God gives them.
So McEnany said she hadn't talked to the president about that, but she has talked to him about other questions that she posed to the media, and she was wondering if they followed up on.
On to the other
And I laid out a series of questions that any good journalist would want to answer about why people were unmasked, and all sorts of questions. I just wanted to follow up with you guys on that. Did anyone take it upon themselves to pose any questions about Michael Flynn and unmasking the President Obama spokesperson? No, not a single journalist has posed that question. Okay.
So what she's saying is reporters aren't asking the right questions. They're not asking any questions of this blatantly illegal, corrupt activity.
There's nobody who fears God. We fear God like Christ revered the Father. That's what we say what is right. Because you have a reverential respect for God. And those that have a respect for God have a light living within them. And that light will be the light by which other men will be able to see. Because that light is actually the light of Jesus Christ by His Spirit shining like you. It shines to those who revere God. This is check that this light shines over and over throughout man's history. From the day of Abel all the way up to now. To the prophets, to the apostles, to Christ Himself. And the light shines for you when you learn to fear Him. When you learn to live in respect for God, who He is, that light shines and shows others the way. When you fear God, your life becomes like fear. So God is a fan for transgression. A good man deals graciously and lends. So God is a fan for discretion. A good man deals graciously and lends. Those who fear the Lord, God gives. From the beginning, fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You can't even begin to be wise without an utter respect for God. And that wisdom leads you into discretion. That wisdom affects everything you do. In order for you to be wise, you have to fear God. God freely gives wisdom to those that fear Him and revere Him. You have that deep-seated respect. That wisdom that God hands out is greater than anything that man can hand out. See, man follows a way that is right in his own eyes, and the end leads to death. Man never can get anything right apart from God. But those who would submit and fear the Lord as He should, and respect Him as He should, will have an abundance of wisdom. And that wisdom will guide you in all your affairs of life. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. A man that fears God honors God in everything he does. Looks for ways that are right before God. A man who fears God does not move onto his own understanding, but in all his ways acknowledges Him, and He directs his path. And when you allow God to direct your path, He leads you on the green pasture. He leads you on the place of abundance, so that you can be an avenue of blessing. And that's why God desires to bless those that fear Him or respect Him. Because He blesses those, they will have abundance and they will be a blessing. But being conscious of this, that not everyone who has great abundance is blessed of God. You have evil men using evil means to grab wealth. You have God hands out wealth to those that fear Him. The devil hands out wealth to those that he can use. And man will hand out wealth in order to gain more. Be careful where your wealth is coming from. You fear God, He blesses you, that's good. But if you're in a church that basically has all this abundance, and you don't see any fear of God, leave. Because they got their wealth, but it may not have been from God to start out. Because God spoke to the Laodicean church and said, hey, you think you're rich and you have need of nothing, but you're actually poor, miserable, and naked. They're about to have their manure thrown out. Because they had all the wealth. They didn't do right before God. You fear God and He blesses you, you're accountable to God for what you do with it. Don't allow your wealth to take you away from God. Don't allow your possessions to take you away from God. Because it's a horrible thing when you gain the whole world and lose your soul. That's why the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. He has great wealth and potential is going to lay in your lap, but He has to come first. Everything has to be submitted over to God. And it's the heart of those that fear Him to surrender everything freely to God. Not taking anything they own as their own. Those that fear God thank God for everything they have. Those that fear God are humble. They realize everything they have is a blessing from God. So God gave you breath. And when God decides, He'll take His breath back. Because you don't decide when you come into this world, and most surely, you don't decide when you leave. It's the way it is. But those that will decide to fear God will have an abundance. God will give you meat, God will give you wisdom, and God will provide for those that fear Him. God's affairs, verse 6. Surely you will never be shaken. The righteous will be in everlasting remembrance, never be shaken. A state of stability or strength enters into your life, and this begins when you fear God. I have a reverential perspective. Fear, you end up stable. Because those who fear God will seek out the way of God, build their lives upon it. And you build your lives upon the teachings the Lord gives you, and the teachings of Christ. You build your house on a foundation that cannot be shaken. You can have storms come against it over and over, but the truth of God is a rock. And those that revere God or respect God build their lives on everything God says. Because man does not live by bread alone, but every word coming out of the mouth of God. Those that fear God know it's the truth and stick to it. Because you don't have nothing in your life unless God gives it. Man doesn't even have the very chair that he sits on. Because everything in creation is held together by the word of God's power. So without His word, you don't have your very body. The very atoms that hold your body together are held together because He spoke into existence and created man in the beginning, according to His command. Every breath you have is because God commanded. You will not be, surely you will never be shaken. The righteous, or those who are morally or ethically right before God, will be in everlasting remembrance. They're remembered. Those that do good are remembered, even in this world. And Martin Luther King, who did things that were right before God, he led a peaceful revolution. He did not push for anger or violence. He was a man of peace, drawing people from different ethnic groups together, seeing all men as created by God, and treated them as men that were created in the image of God. And he died for doing right. Martin Luther King is an example of a man who feared God. The righteous will be in everlasting remembrance. He will not be afraid of evil tidings. fear God, walk in his ways, you will not be afraid of evil tidings or evil things happening to you. And that's something that we need in this day and this hour, because you look at all this coronavirus stuff, people are afraid over and over and over. But if you fear God, and you walk with God, and you love his commands, and you walk in him, and you walk with him, there's no need to be fear. There's no need to fear. Because God will provide. If you fear God, God not only gives you wisdom, provides for your needs, but he gives you revelation of his love. And the perfect love of God casts out all fear. Those that fear God, those that fear God and revere God, live in right relationship with God. And we live in right relationship with God. Fear of evil goes out the door. Because of God's love and God's presence. So something comes with fearing God. It's courage. The Bible says those that know their God will do exploits. It's a very simple principle. Those who know their God are filled with his love. If you're filled with his love, that casts out all fear. And once you operate in that avenue where you don't fear anything but God, you can do things that normal men would not be able to. You see with David, Moses, and all the apostles and the prophets. They knew their God, they were filled with his love, and they did things that men would think was impossible. How could 12 men lead a movement that rocked the whole world? Especially after the leader was killed. Fortunately, their leader, Jesus Christ, rose from the dead on the third day. And they went on to do amazing things because they knew their God. And if you have a respect for God, God will reveal himself to you. God will reveal his love, God will reveal his provisions. The righteous will be in everlasting remembrance. He will not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is steadfast, trusting in the Lord. Steadfast, not movable. Again, we go into that aspect of being stable. Those that fear God have stability. Our hearts do not move. Trusting in the Lord, relying on God. Those that fear the Lord take his word as truth. They do not trust or lean onto their own understanding. Why? Those that fear the Lord believe that there's a way that looks right onto a man, and the end there leads to death. It means you have to forsake your understanding or your own knowledge that you would have on your own, because that will kill you. Those that fear the Lord, who fear his wisdom and understanding, put his precepts above their own understandings or perceptions. His heart is established. He will not be afraid. Again, that's the blessing of those that fear God. I have a reverence for God. They are not afraid. I wrote a song recently called When You Call. It's based on Peter walking on the water. The water represents, the stormy waters represent storms of life. And in the storms of life, if you have a heart and fear God, revere God, call out to him, he gives you your word, you're able to walk on the waters. You do it without fear because you know the one who sent you, you know the one who called you. And you just trust him, like Peter walking on the waters. He will not be afraid until he sees his desires upon his enemies. His desire upon his enemies. David was always attacked, always outnumbered, always outmanned, always outgunned. And David never knew defeat. Gideon, outmanned, outgunned, didn't know defeat. Israel, outmanned, outgunned, didn't know defeat. When you put God in its right place, there's no such thing as defeat. You walk in victory. Always. And victory is handed to those that revere God.
he has given to the poor. Yep. Those that revere God, give to the poor? Most definitely. Why? Because all men are created in the image of God. That poor man at the street corner is made in the image of God. Is he drunk, acting like a fool? Most likely. But that doesn't mean the image of God is not there. You receive it by faith because God said he created man in his image. The only difference between those that know Christ and those that don't know Christ is that the image of God can clearly be seen in those that know Christ. Because when you ask Christ into your heart, he cleanses you of your sin, gives you your spirit, fills you up with the spirit. Once you're cleansed and the spirit shines through you, you actually look like you created. Because that's the way you're designed to be. The unsaved person is like a glass that is filthy. And the light went out inside. The image. It's glass with a candle inside. When you light it, that's the way man was designed to live from the beginning. But fallen man, the candle's out, and the glass is filthy, so you can't see inside it. So the image is dirty. What Christ does, through his redemptive work on the cross, he cleans the glass and relights the candle. So you see, everyone is created in the image of God. It just needs to be cleaned up and reinvigorated by the Spirit so that the image can clearly be seen. Give to the poor? Yes. Why? Because they're in the image of God. And Jesus said, you do it unto the least of these, you do it unto me. And that's something you should fear about. Why? Because you're doing it unto God. You see a poor man on the street, and you won't feed him, you did that unto God. You see, you walk by a poor man, and you know smiled up, you just did that to God. Christ is soon returning. And the very standard he gave, the separation of the sheep and the goats, he's going to separate on this one standard. Did you give to those in need? Or did you reject them? It's a simple standard. Those that have clothed, fed the hungry, clothed the naked, he puts them aside as a sheep. Those that don't, he throws aside as goats.
It's on the concrete in the bed, feed all the homeless in the city.
If you fear God, you're going to heed that one. He has given to the poor. His righteousness endures sidewalks. Remember, his horn will be exalted with honor and an everlasting honor. See, wicked men, they may do some things they think is big, but in the long run, they end up forgotten. They end up forgotten. Everything they did was undone. The wicked will see it and be grieved. He will gnash his teeth and melt away. The desire of the wicked shall perish. The wicked hate the righteous. They have always hated the righteous, they will always hate the righteous. Because the wicked are out for power, greed, and money. They can't stand the righteous or those that fear God. Because those that fear God are not out for their own interests. Those that fear God live for another kingdom. They live for a kingdom that is yet to come. See examples of men who fear God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Everything was given over to their God. They did not live for this world. They let it all go. Seek out their God and live for their God, follow their God. And if you're going to serve Christ and live in the fear of the Lord, men are going to hate you. They'll despise you. They'll treat you just like they treated Christ. And when Christ went to the cross, only because he was loved, because he was hated. If you're hated, despised, and rejected, you know how Christ can relate. Because those are the ones he reached out to. They're hurt. Those have been wounded by him. Those have been scarred. Christ calls them to himself to heal and to restore. And if you had things in your life that were wrong, that's how you said it, right?
He appreciate. He was like,
Jesus went to the cross, paid for you and God. He paid for your waywardness. Paid it all for it in his blood. He sacrificed the wrath of God. You may live your life not fearing God. According to Romans chapter 1, those that do not fear God forsook the knowledge of God, became foolish. Their hearts were darkened, and their understanding became futile. You could be in that part right now. We see it right now with our government. See some of the decisions they're making. They rejected the knowledge of God, and their foolish hearts were darkened, and their understanding became futile. We see it all the time, and the understanding that is literally futile. But you can come out of that now in Jesus Christ. You can come out of that now. The question is, do you want to come out of it? You can come to God, humble yourself, and He will fill you with the reverence of fear who He is. He will reveal to you His righteous acts. And His righteous acts do fill man with dread and fear. But the fear of the Lord isn't an evil thing. The fear of the Lord is a good thing. The fear of the Lord keeps you from doing evil. The love of God inspires you to be good. How does this relate to the love of God? Well, God's daddy. That's what He is, His father. And if a son misbehaves from the father and father's disciplines, that's where the fear of God comes in. Things you don't do. Why? Because you regard He is. Simple as that. When you fear God, it's like you fear your father. Something that's not right for a dad, face discipline. There's that type of reverence. Fear of the Lord keeps God your way. Fear of the Lord, when you fear the admonition of the Lord, God provides. God redeems, God restores. So, all you have to do is come to God and sit in His presence and just pray. Say, Lord, you paid the price for my sin. I lived my life in rebellion towards you. I lived my life proud. And I know you paid the price for me because of my rebellion, because of my pride and my arrogance. You died on my behalf. Father, I thank you for what you've done in Jesus Christ. I receive you into my heart. I commit my life to living for you, Lord. From this day on, oh God, I want to live by the fear of who you are. I want to be set free from every other fear. And that's what happens when you commit your life to living in the fear of God. You're free from every other fear there is. And that's the way it is. Either you're going to fear God or fear nothing else. Or you're going to fear everything else. And at the end up at God's throne, unprepared, when you're going to be terrified. And eventually you're going to face the fear of God either way. So why not just face it now? Because every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory and honor and praise of the Father. It's going to happen. You can't fight it. It's going to come that day when you're going to be before Him. It's going to happen. So you can fear Him now, or you can fear Him at His judgment seat. It's better to fear Him now. Because you fear Him now, there's much more to Him. Learn to respect Him now. God bless you.
But it's sick and bruised, fearing slow death. I heard them in the nose, taking the last breath.